Police officers in Santa Ana, they woke up a bunch of folks in that community with, on Monday night, blasting Back to Disney, some Disney music. Now you might wonder why, not because they're suddenly in support of what Disney's doing down in Florida, but the music was an effort to stop the Santa Ana audits. This is what a local YouTuber who covers the police, they were filming it during this investigation that the police were conducting, but they didn't want the person filming them to hear what they were doing or saying. And if you put it online, you can't put Disney music online, you can't put licensed music out there, so they can no longer hear what's going on. So let's jump into what was going on there. The first song heard playing in the video is You've Got a Friend in Me, and that's from the Disney Pixar film Toy Story. Let's check out the video from this there.
You guys get paid to listen to music and stand around? Hey, what's going on? What's going on? Have some respect, Corporal. Have some respect, Corporal. You're in our neighborhood. This ain't your neighborhood. Have some respect.
What's going on with the music, guys?
Exactly. Why they recording, like playing loud music for like that?
What is going on here, guys?
Tell them to have respect.
So there you have it. The man there that was talking about, first off, the songs they played was, which we had to change because obviously the one was played. You've Got a Friend of Me from Toy Story. It was almost 11 p.m. when We Don't Talk About Bruno, Un Poco Loco, and other Disney hits filled the air as they were discussing all that. So that man that you heard talking to the police there, his name is Johnathan Hernandez. He's a local city councilman. And later he called them out directly, as you saw there. So in the YouTube video, Hernandez tells the officer, I'm embarrassed that this is how you're treating my neighbors. There's children here. Have some respect for my community. The officers heard replying, I realize I made a mistake, sir. I apologize. And the two shake hands in the video. Also, you know what? People make mistakes all the time, but unfortunately, we can't afford to make these mistakes when we're public servants, is also what Hernandez told the Eyewitness News there. And other witnesses, this is another aspect of this, which is why I believe the police officers do this. They were a bit intimidated by what is the cops are doing here. ABC7 reached out to others who witnessed that incident, but they didn't feel comfortable going on the record saying that they feared retaliation. People in the neighborhood said that this wasn't the first time that they'd seen this happen. So apparently this is a continuing policy that I guess they figured out works, and it works to their purposes. I've always thought that since we pay police officers as their public servants, what's wrong with us finding out what you're doing? Why can't we, it's all on the up and up. There's no bad cops. Why can't we be proud of our police force, right? What are you guys thinking?
Yeah, I mean, like, calling this a mistake is absolutely obscene. I mean, you have to have forethought. You have to be like, wait, there's somebody in town who is a YouTuber who's going to put this up somewhere. My behavior is going to be observed. How do I stop my behavior from being observed? So let's get them copyright striked, right? You have to have that music loaded up, right? Did he have all these Disney music loaded up on his iPhone just ready? Like,
he's a fan.
Like, oh, I just accidentally turned my radio station. I was jamming out to We Don't Talk About Bruno in my car purely coincidentally, no big deal. Like, I don't know. There's like a whole dozen layers to go through, right? Obviously, police officers are going out of their way to like not be observed. And if we lived in a morally decent society, Disney, I mean, think about it, right? They're playing Disney music in a public setting, right? That's a public display. Does the police department have a license to publicly broadcast all of this music? I don't know. Maybe that's a question that should be asked, right? Like, should there be exemptions in copyright laws for this? Should there be some sort of court ruling that calls this, like fair use, right? Because a public official is blaring this music in an attempt. There's a public interest in having the video available. Like, if we lived in a decent society, there would be some sort of carve out exception for this. There would be some sort of, basic structures in place to make sure that copyright laws can't be maliciously used to hide the activity of police departments. And also the fact that residents in the area are afraid of retaliation from the police department is, I think, a pretty strong evidence of what the police department there is actually like.
They're just trying to adapt, Maz.
It's actually pretty brilliant. I mean, I think like bank robbers should use this so that like if somebody wants to use the video, you know what I'm saying? How like you see criminals going viral and the guy uses Disney, so he's like, I'll never go viral because I use that. I mean, it's one thing, just a thought. But the other thing that's interesting to me is, first of all, I'm a comedian. I got stand-up comedy clips on YouTube, and I'm always looking for more views. So if like the police want to play my stand-up comedy specials while they're at the people's homes, I don't mind. Like they can go ahead and do that because I need the hits, I need the views. But also, I don't know about you guys, but especially we don't talk about Bruno, but anytime there's a song that's super popular and it gets in my head and I'm trying to sleep, and I'm like, close my eyes, and I'm just like, we don't, and you can't sleep. You're like, can you imagine? Can you imagine that neighborhood with some?
We Don't Talk About Bruno was on my mind for about 12 days straight after that movie came out.
12 days. So can you imagine some poor dude who finally had gotten it out of his head? He's like, oh my God, this is the best night ever. I'm gonna get some sleep. And he closes his eyes and he just starts hearing. And at first he's like, is it in my dream? And then he looks out and it's the cops. Get outside. I mean, you know what the cops should do if they want to get really smart? The police departments need to license these songs for their sirens. So when they're going around town, it's like we don't hang out. It's like a DJ. Everywhere you go, there's a DJ. You're like, oh, here comes DJ PD. The DJ PD's coming, yeah. You know?
They're gonna remix it though. They're gonna remix it. They're gonna say, we don't talk about police brutality.
Yeah.